Or can it be
Question was, do you need a finished CD to approach a manager? I say no. I don't think it matters. Demo or finished CD, doesn't matter.
in terms of having a band or not?
Well, I mean, that comes under the heading of just sort of how prepared you are in general. If someone comes to me and they're like, okay, I need a record, I need a band, I need gigs, I need, you know, so that's less appealing than someone who's like got it together and sort of is really ready to start. So the more you have to, the more you get together.
And I would say, just as an artist, take care of everything that you can take care of yourself and get really good at it. Master every aspect of it that you can possibly master, and the things that you don't know, those are the things you need to seek out from management. And they should have the answers, and if they don't, they should be able to seek them out for you. And make it a learning experience. But anything you can control, especially now, do it. I mean, that's just my advice.
That's well said. That's what I would say.
I mean, as a manager, what's your involvement with like all of the festivals? What role do you play as far as booking your artists and festivals and booking agents?
Yeah, the question was what involvement do managers have in booking? And
why can't we play CMJ? I just got my rejection.
Yeah.
well, this is sort of where the roles differ a bit. Agents are the ones who book shows. And the manager's involvement is to sort of oversee the agent or liaise with the agent and talk about, again, goals. What sort of tour should our artists be looking for? What kind of shows should they play? What markets? What ticket price? What kind of package? What kind of festivals? And then the agent is the one who actually makes those deals.
We're going to do 2 more questions. We'll do your first and then yours, okay? And then we're going to wrap up. If you have additional questions, you can approach me afterwards and we'll try and get your answers, okay? So, okay?
Follow up to before, you said ready to start. What does that mean, and what do you do for someone who's ready to start?
Well, ready to start means different things for different types of artists. If you're a pop artist, you should have a producer who knows what your sound is. And if you're a rock band or a singer-songwriter, then you should have a band together. You should have a CD if possible. You should have a MySpace page, Facebook, YouTube channel, maybe some merch. Really just anything you can get together.
And I would even go along with that, because most of us are singer-songwriters. You want to have your band be like the best live band ever, and like you want to like write killer tunes. If you have a good product, that's kind of what it means to be ready. You know, I would recommend having a finished record. Just on my, like, wouldn't you want to have? I mean, because I would always feel like a little insecure about handing someone a demo if I knew I could have just made like a really like a full record. But you know, I understand money and stuff like that. But just an artist, to me, that's ready, and I'm sure you all can kind of relate. Like they're like hitting the streets hard with like mailing lists and trying to like with the social networking amongst musicians, collaborating, co-writing, you know, working with producers, you know, just really active and tireless with it. And you know, you really just got to put in hours and hours and hours that you'll never see any sort of monetary profit from, but in the long run, the hope is that someone like Ari, you know, says, "Gosh, I really got to come see him play." You know. And
sorry, the part 2, I guess, of that was then if they had everything ready, what do you do? And again, it depends on the kind of music. If it's something that's again based on radio, then you're going to probably shop for a major label record deal. So as unpleasant as that can be, those are the people that get you on the radio right now. If it's a touring act, and it might be part of a touring scene, like whether it's singer-songwriters, jam bands, punk rock, you know, you try to get them on the Warped Tour, that kind of thing. And again, it's putting their team together, getting an agent. So it's just making a plan and taking each step from there.
Now, I have one more question before we get to the final one. What's it like to shop for a major record deal? Like what happens? just you know, just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess my experience is you'll go meet with an A&R guy, and play them some music, and they'll always say, well, I gotta see them live. That buys them some time. And then you'll invite them to a show, and they'll bring their boss, and then the boss will bring their boss. And then maybe if they want to move forward, then they start, the lawyers get involved and start negotiating a record contract.
Are you involved with the negotiation?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Cool, so the last question?
Considering that there are
Yeah, the question was about nowadays, are there sort of alternative ways for pop and R&B artists to get noticed? I really don't know. I mean, that to me, that's like that's the producer-driven type of music, and so it's about hooking up with that producer, like getting the sound together, and then it's again, it's sort of shopping record. If it's, I guess, if it's hip hop, there's mixtapes and a lot of underground ways that you can sort of get the word out. But straight R&B, I think the traditional model is still the one, although I'm not the expert on that.
Well, thank you very much, Ari. Let's hear from Ari.
Thank you very much.
Cool. No, seriously, like that's the most candid I've heard one of any of our speakers ever speak. So that's great. Thank you. All right. So couple of things. This is the part of the night I call issues and opportunities. Where we talk about issues and we also talk about opportunities. The first thing I want to talk about, the Songwriter Circle Contest is going on right now. It's submissions, you have until I think September or October to submit. Last year